the man needs a slut in his wife.
Uh-huh.
So many women have forgotten how to be baby girl, a girl toto.
And you're supposed to be a girl
You
toto.
are supposed to be, because estrogen is the hormone that is feminine, and estrogen is a girl toto. Estrogen inapenda kubembelezwa. Like vitu zingine ukifanya sex style zingine atakwambia shindwe, let's just pray before we, that's the wife. I suffered a lot. Kajim, I'm that person. Before I healed, I used to beat men. I suffered in...
Welcome to One-on-One with Kajim, where real people share real stories that inspire and transform. From raw truth of the highs and lows of marriage to business, street smart tactics from founders who cash the checks, and the powerful voices behind humanitarian change, Kajim sits down with the people making it happen. New episodes drop every Monday and Thursday. One-on-One with Kajim, where every conversation hits home.
Hi, my good people, and hello. Thank you so much for your love, for your support. Manze, you guys, you have really supported us. Were it not for you, hata sijui tungekuwa wapi. It's one thing to starting and having a dream of starting something, and then you see people supporting you. It feels so good. So if you are new here, make sure that you subscribe, you like, you comment, because, like today's topic is hot. Let me tell you, it's hot. If you're doing something, sasa acha, because today's topic is hot. Welcome to today's episode on One-on-One podcast. I'm so excited to introduce one of our guests, a woman who is so passionate about transforming lives through wellness and intentional living. Kurura, intentional living. She's a certified health coach, a wellness advocate, and a powerful voice in helping people build healthier habits from the inside out. All right? You already know her. This is Caro, widely known as your health coach. She has been guiding individuals to reclaim their health, balance their lifestyles, and thrive in their personal wellness journeys. Through her coaching programs and inspiring online presence, she has become a trusted partner for anyone looking to achieve sustainable, holistic health. Of course, she will talk about her clinic, she'll talk about her books. Today, we'll dive into her journey, her philosophy on wellness, and how she's empowering others to make lasting lifestyle changes. Caro, karibu sana.
Hey. What an introduction.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
I was trying to find words to fit in because you are big.
Thank you.
You are
And I thank
big,
God.
you are big, and we are so privileged to have you here
Asante.
on One-on-One with Kajim.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a beautiful place you have.
Thank
The
you.
vibe, the energy. I must tell our audience that
Yes.
I was served a healthy meal when I walked in. I ate some nice boiled maize. So it's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Asante sana.
Karibu sana. How have you been?
I've been good. I'm easy. I love life. I live life. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You see, once I see you, I've never even, I think even on online, unajua mtu who is sad, you can tell. But you are always jovial, you are always smiling.
Yeah.
What's the secret?
It's a choice. There's a difference between happiness and joy. Happiness is circumstantial. I will be happy when I see Kajim.
Because-
I'll be happy because I'll be happy when I get money. But joy is intentional. That's why I smiled when you said I do intentional. I coach
Yes.
people on intentional
Yes.
wellness, not just doing things for the sake. So I chose to be joyous. And what you see is what you get with me. On camera, without camera.
Yes.
If I'm not okay with something, I'll tell you and I'll move past it. And it's a choice that I made. And by God's grace, that's why I live happily and positively.
Talking about the joy
Yes.
that you have, the
Yes.
joy of the Lord,
Yes.
and the joy that you have made a choice. What is self-love according to Caro? your
According
health
to
coach?
Caro, your health coach, I'll start by sharing with you
Yes.
how sometimes and most of the times I'm seated in my office and someone walks in and the first thing they tell me is I love myself. Automatically, I know they don't love themselves.
Oh,
Yes, because what we term as self-love, and even I used to think like that when I was in that other side. I have been sharpened by God. I've been refined to know exactly what self-love is. Self-love is when you are at your best. We all have a battery, like your phone. It has 0 and 100. There's those days you are at 0 or 20, but you're
Almost
still
negative.
happy. Yes, but you're
Almost negative 0.
sometimes it can go even to negative.
Yes.
But you still are in that space, accepting it, acknowledging it, and still okay with that negative. Then when you're at 100, you are okay with the 100. So nothing changes who you are. Nothing, absolutely nothing. My colleagues have this, my office is upstairs. My colleagues tell me, you know how foolish sometimes we feel? I'm like, why? Because when we are coming up to your office, we are working with all our problems and we think the world is coming to an end. Then we come to your office, you listen, and then you give us 2-3 words and we go back and we are good to go. So how are you just calm, whether things are good or bad? It's because I've chosen to love who I am, be okay with who I am. First of all, you must be self-aware. You can't love yourself if you're not self-aware. Because if you are not aware, if you say you love this house and you've never been to this house, then how is that possible? So self-awareness. Does self-awareness mean you don't have weaknesses? We have weaknesses, but I'm aware of my weaknesses. If there's something I can do about them, sawa. If there's nothing I can do about them, what's up? The world will adjust. This is Carol. You take me. The world will adjust. It's you to adjust.
So the moment that someone says, I love, mi najipenda, automatically they don't.
Yes, most people, they are saying it out loud so that they can hear. Saying. Women will tell you najipenda because they'll do the manicure, the pedicure. If you ask most women, what do you do for self-love? They'll tell you they take themselves to the salon. They buy nice dresses. That's outside. That's not self-love. Everyone would dress. Everyone would do that. But are you able to spend 10, 15 minutes time with yourself? No phone, no TV, no nothing. And to make it even better, are you able to spend your time with yourself without even these clothes?
That is self-love.
Yes. Are you able to? Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable in your own skin? How many do we have? How many, especially women? Again, I go back, who don't love their bodies. I mean, I love myself, but I think I wish I was slender. I wish I don't. Are you able to sit with your weaknesses? Are you able to sit with your wounds? My most recent book, I have shared vulnerably about myself that sometimes when people read it, they're like, I have shared how I have struggled through some life experiences that I have sat down with and I'm comfortable with them. And that is what definition of self-love is, that you can sit with yourself the way you are. 1 year ago, I lost my father. Yeah. And before that, I knew he was dying. I walked him to his grave.
Journey. Yes.
But after he died, and I accepted that I'm grieving, I took 1 year of grieving and I said, I don't care what the world will say.
They will adjust.
Me, I'm grieving. So if I choose to grieve my dad and I became a voice and I started sharing my journey on social media, I didn't know I was opening another can that there are so many people who are seated with their grief. So are you comfortable with even the calling? Kajim, you've been given that seat to sit on. Are you happy? Are you okay? Ama, you are doing it for the clout. Ama, you are doing it for... Are you okay with that ministry that God has entrusted you with? Are you living purposefully the way God created you to be? Or you're feeling inferior, or you're feeling like, maybe I should do better than this?
You know that thing about even looking at yourself in the mirror?
Yes. Let me tell you a secret. In my house, the first person I see when I wake up is me. Next to my bed is a very big mirror to just see me and love me. On my corridors, there are mirrors. In every bedroom, there is a mirror.
So by the time you are coming to Kajim's event in Muthaiga, you have already fallen in love with yourself.
Yes, I mean, so I don't care whether someone will type on that keyboard and say this. I don't care about bullies. So when you're not aware of yourself, that is when someone else will. That also will tell you that when I choose to have a relationship with you, and relationship is not always romantic, sometimes it can be platonic.
Yeah.
I will not try to impress you. I have learned the hard way. I am the kind of a person, when our friendship is over, imagine me nakwambianga,
Ala.
Kajim, thank
Stay.
you. It's been good. It's been real.
Yeah,
I think it's time. Instead of ghosting you or instead of pretending we are still friends and I can't, I don't know how to fake. I just don't know.
But this town, what wanna fake?
Yes, most of us
You're
are
sitting even
So
in
what-
tables that those are the enemies.
Exactly. I stopped. Now, self-love also will stop you from sitting in tables where you are not even feeling comfortable. If I don't feel like going for a family gathering, who said I have to go?
Still
Who said?
self-love.
Yes. That's a choice. Why? Because I know if I come and see you, now we are going into the wellness. If I come and I see you and I'm pretending, there is a certain emotion I'm harboring and it will look for a place to stay in my heart. Some people, they are good at faking the face, but some we are very bad. So, nikijua spendi Kajim, I'll still.
Yeah.
But if you are good at hiding on the face, it will look for somewhere to sit in your body. Have you ever gone to meet someone who you really are not comfortable with? Heart palpitations, your stomach butterflies, you feel uncomfortable, your sitting style. That's where body language comes in communication. Body language will tell me whether you're comfortable with me. Why? Because biologically, your emotions are registering somewhere in your body.
Oh my goodness.
So why would I try and force myself into relationships or into friendships or into places where I'm not wanted, yet I know I will harbor negative emotions in my body, which will end up being an illness. Most of the ill people we have, most people who are seated in a hospital right now, they are not sick. They are carrying negative emotions that are hiding in their body somewhere.
Especially in marriage setups.
Yes. How many people remember? I have had several cases. I think the most recent case was a lady who every day she goes to work, but every day after 2 p.m. her stomach starts swelling. By the time it's 6 p.m., she looks pregnant. You know what? When we went and dug behind the scenes, it's because she's so anxious of going back home to the husband that she hates. So the body keeps count. That is why you see me smiling, because I don't try to fit in. I know quite a number of places I've been invited and I was not comfortable, so I didn't go.
So you are comfortable.
I'm okay. And if I come to your event and I'm not okay, I'll just walk out.
Did you work it up for you to reach to that point?
Yes.
Because it's not also easy.
Self-awareness.
And especially when someone is, let's say, it's a workplace.
Yes.
Let's say the workplace is toxic. Let's say the marriage is toxic.
Yes.
The husband is a bully and or the wife is a bully. How do we go about that?
Now, I'll go back. The first thing you have put is workplace, marriage is toxic. What have I done to contribute to that toxicity? What have I not done to contribute to that toxicity? Our human nature, our best human nature is to find something or someone to blame except ourselves. And that's why we do this.
Yeah.
That's why we do this. We rarely forget to check this.
Oh.
We don't point at ourselves.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It is 3. It is easy to say, now huyu mtu is very toxic. Huyu mtu, but how often do you check on yourself? Now let's go back to us, the Christians.
Yes.
We say, I'm born again. I love God. We say, I'm a good Christian. Why is my husband this bad? Why is my wife this bad? But I'm a good person. But even when you're good, I do. But
Why
even
me?
when you go to God, even when you go before God, you lay prostrate and you're crying. Your tears to God are selfish tears. Hallelujah.
Amen. Yeah,
God, change him. God, sijui do. God, he didn't do this. God, he did this. What is God? What lesson is there for you? Are you being taught patience? Are you being taught grace? Are you being taught to have a certain virtue? why is it always about the other person? God, the same Bible has told us that he who that is within me is greater than he who that is in the world. So then why is it that we want to be like God? We call ourselves Christ-like, Christian-like life, but we don't want to be like God. God is patient. God is kind. God is forgiving. God is kind. God is... So then why do we want it to be the other person to be changed? Yesterday I had a case in my office when I listened to a lady who came and told me, now I'm done with this marriage. We talked, we spoke. And as I told you before that we went on air, I allow God to use me. It's not me who does this. I'm just his vessel. And I answered her biologically. Oh, biologically, you're facing this health issue because you're feeling like this. And the Holy Spirit cut me short and told me, tell her the lesson is about her. And I asked her, what if this marriage is this messed up because it's you who is being taught? Are you ready for it? She was like, no, God. I'm like, if it is about you, trust me. So toxicity of our environment, be it work, be it home, maybe few things are happening. One, maybe God wants you to step out of that environment. Who knows? Some of us are holding on to jobs and we are angry and we are sad and we are saying who will pay the bills because we don't want to trust God to pay the bills.
Wow. That's deep. We think it is this job.
It's not the job. Kajim, I'll tell you, and anyone who knows me, the years that I went, for me to be refined to be like this, for me to accept this kind of ministry, there are days I quit my job and my mom keeps laughing and says, Yani Karo, you quit your job, you didn't change your lifestyle and you expected things to go on. And I told them, but God shall provide. Not once, not twice, not 10 times that there was no shopping in the house. I tell the house girl, give me a list.
Yeah.
And she gives me the list. And then I tell God, you called me. You said, when you call, you provide. I put it there. And someone walks into my door with the exact same shopping.
Hallelujah.
I know there's a lady who will watch this show called Grace. Grace does tours and travels. And 2019, I asked God, are you the one who really, really called me? If you are the one who called me, do this. And mine was Gideon moment. I told him, I want you to fly me out.
Eish. So even in the doing, you have also, your faith is high.
I flew to Cairo, stayed there for 1 week, and I didn't pay for the air ticket until when I came back. To date, I've never met that Grace, but we talk. She's still the one who books my airfares. Oh. And I asked her, why did you give me that air ticket? I don't know. Something told me. But I had dared
the Holy
God.
Spirit.
So what am I saying? That sometimes we are holding on to things because we say we are Christians, but we are not. So that will now reflect in our body. That is how we have so many sick people around us.
Because even if you keep on holding this,
yes,
for the society,
yes,
for the church,
what will people say?
Now, if you keep on, so it will now come back at a personal level.
Falling sick. I know there are scientists watching this. Ask them. Every disease is a reflection of something that went right or wrong. Most of the time, wrong. Whenever I have someone in my office and I sit next to you, you come and tell me I have a certain disease. It doesn't matter what disease. I ask you before you were diagnosed, 2 to 5 years before that, what happened? At the end of the day, you say, that is what... That is, and what is usually what is it? Stress, unforgiveness, bitterness, anger, but all those negative emotions, those are the ones that are making us sick.
Many Christian couples are taught restraint before marriage, but silence after marriage. How does this silence affect marriage and especially intimacy?
Oh, Kajim, how much time do you have?
Time is on our side.
Like I'm loving
time is on our side.
Restraint before marriage.
Yes.
But silence.
Silence in marriage. You see, let me even go deeper.
Yes.
This is Joel. He has been admiring to get married.
Yes.
They meet with Diana.
Yes.
In church.
Yes.
Oh, they're happy.
Yes.
Now that the fact that they have fulfilled well, their dream, but more so the dream of the church, the dream of the society, the dream of the, Joel's dad is an elder. Diana's mom, she serves.
And we are going to do a white wedding.
I'm so happy. Wamepigana vita vya ushindi. But then after that, Joel and Diana, they are like, hey, this is what marriage looks like.
Yeah.
And so what will Joel say? After that, after things don't work out, his marriage has come.
Yes.
Na imagine nikibarua kuambia hata wenye wanatusikiza marriage is not as come. Because they have found themselves in those entanglements, if I may say. Talk to us.
So first of all, Joel and Diana, why were they getting married? That's the first thing. Some people get married for their moms, for their dads, for their society. Some people get married because the biological clock is ticking. So, ni kama time haiko on my side. Some people get married to go and get completed by the other person, which is that is a scam. Marriage is not a scam, but it's a scam that you are coming to complete me. Ooh. No one will complete you. God completes you. God completes you. You are a whole human being. You are coming to complete people to come in together and fulfill a certain purpose. But those love songs that we used to sing when we were younger, oh, how you will complete me, like how, like those, to those two songs.
Yes.
The first person who is watching us and maybe they're in the stage of dating, why are you getting married?
If you cannot have an answer.
And that answer should not be about the other person. Why are you getting married? Please go and sit down again and again and again and ask, why am I getting married?
And this person, mwenye unajua alipata mtoto, so nikaona.
Why are we getting married? So when Joel and Diana defines why they are getting married, so even if they go there, first of all, again, as Christians, elder Christians, and we have a responsibility of teaching, we are told that marriage is an achievement. Yes, it is an achievement, but it is not how it is presented. You have no idea how many people come to me after honeymoon and they can't stand the other because no one told them what happens in honeymoon. They thought honeymoon, when we go there, life will be adididididi. Some have come to me because they went and they found some very serious sex and it was too intense. They couldn't handle. Then others went, then they didn't find any. God. And they had been waiting. And they wait, then there's nothing happening. The man doesn't seem to be, or the woman. So they are frustrated. So they don't know. We just came from honeymoon. How do we tell our mothers it's not working? Where do we start? Even our best couple, we can't have this deep detail of our sex life because maybe it's embarrassing. Because maybe the women will feel, it's me who has a higher libido. It's me who has a problem. Instead of the two of you having this conversation, these are conversations we should have before. That's why we are discussing why we are getting married. For someone else who is about to get married or who is already in marriage in its early stages, I want you to know that there are 8 forms of intimacy.
Yes.
Most of us focus on the last one. The last one is the physical.
You better take a pen and a paper. And even before we continue, imagine you are watching and you have not subscribed. Let's give them 1 second
to subscribe.
Subscribe. Mm-hmm. There are 8 forms of intimacy, and we focus on the last one.
Yes,
which is physical. Subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you. These are good people.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
A pyramid. A pyramid looks like this. Mm-hmm. Okay? If this pyramid is inverted and the point is the one on the ground, will that pyramid stand?
No.
So every person, me, you, everyone who is watching, they need to identify which need of intimacy they have. Even in marriage, your spouse will not, because your spouse is not Jesus, they will not give you the 8 forms of intimacy. Mm-hmm. but which ones are more important to you? Now, I'll not use Joel or Diana, I'll use Carol. Carol, because of how she was born, because now this will also affect our intimacy. Your birth chart. If you are firstborn, your intimacy needs are totally different. If you are lastborn, your intimacy needs are different.
Really?
Yes. If you are middle child, they are different.
Aye. It's getting hot.
And some people even think they have a marriage problem. And maybe it's just a miscommunication because one is a firstborn, the other one is a lastborn. So they don't know how, they just can't, they just cannot. Because the firstborn needs and firstborn ways of life are totally different from the lastborns. So the 8 forms of intimacy, you have to choose the ones that will nourish your wounds, your childhood wounds. Remember, we are not perfect. Even you're going to marriage. I watched a video yesterday when someone was saying when you're going to marriage, you carry your demons, your angels, your ancestors, and then this one comes with their angels. And so these are 2 people. So if you don't put aside yours and you come, we create new ones, it will become a mess. So your needs of intimacy will be determined by your childhood, by your birth chart, your childhood wounds. If you were raised by a single parent and another one was raised by by both parents, that's a different one. For me, I was raised by both parents. But because of ways of life and how it was, my dad was physically there, but not really emotionally there. Well, I've shared in my book a little bit about how I've actually had to deal with daddy issues for me to be this self-aware. Because you can't carry these daddy issues. Because if you go to the marriage with daddy issues, you will make your husband your dad. And before we end, you remind me, I'll tell you the five men you should be to your wife and the 5 women she should be to you.
Beautiful.
So
5 men.
So the forms of intimacy, I want to use Carol as the example because I love using things I can relate with and I'm real. So because of how I was raised, my dad was physically there. My dad was an authority. My dad was not emotionally and intimately there. See the way baby girls run to their dads.
Yes.
He was there, but he was only available in small doses. So that formed me as a child and made me try to fill in that space. And slowly,
vacuum.
Yes, that vacuum. And slowly, I became an alpha female. I've recently started a conversation on my Facebook about alpha female. I didn't know how many are stuck in that alpha femalism. And people think that being an alpha female is different. So it shaped my character. Because a child, the culture, the religion form who they will be when they grow up. Then I watched my mom do almost everything. So I became super independent, slowly independent and all these things. I suffered a lot. Kajim, I'm that person before I healed, I used to beat men.
And
I suffered in relationships because I saw every
used to
man.
beat men.
Yes.
So the alpha female in you, by then, it was
toxic.
Okay.
So the alpha female is there, but it was toxic. I refused to heal the wounds. So every man reminded me of my father. Every man reminded me of a man who sexually abused me at 10 years. Every man reminded me of this high school teacher who tried to abuse me. So I kept attracting men who will come and hurt me the same way I was hurt when I was a
I
child.
will beat them.
I would beat them. Mungu ni mwema. Nimeokolewa. Otherwise kingumi ungekuwa umepata sahi. Anyway, but I was wounded. I was a very wounded
And all this,
girl.
I can see it is from you had not in the self-awareness.
Self-awareness. Actually, that is umeshika hapo. It's a self-awareness.
Yes.
So I was not aware. So you deal with trauma. You deal with that trauma negatively. You see those people who are very promiscuous, even people who will tell you, I'm in marriage and I'm really trying to stop being promiscuous. It's just them handling a certain trauma in a way that is not healthy. People attached to pornography and masturbation that's the same thing. Again, if you get my book, I'll share with you my journey and my struggles with pornography and masturbation.
I'll show you the book before she leaves.
So when I became this person, I decided I'm going to work very hard, because I used to be, every time I'm number one, Daddy would be so happy and I would get his attention. You get, I wanted to connect these dots.
Yes.
Daddy will be so happy.
Yes.
So finally I'll get this validation and this.
So the vacuum in you now is filled.
Yes.
Now you're like,
So
yes, I
then
belong.
so what will I do? Next time I'll go and become,
work
I'll
hard.
maintain being number one.
Yes.
So what does that make me? A perfectionist. I want to please people to love me. And I thought, love, for you to get pure love, you have to earn it. So I became a people pleaser.
Oh my goodness. Guy.
Are you seeing the circle? So now you become a people pleaser. So even people who don't even deserve your attention and your love, you do. So they are stepping on you. You keep getting sick because you're entertaining anyone and everyone just so that you can be loved.
Oh my goodness.
So now what happens? When you meet a man, you want him to be your father, which is not possible.
My dad was doing this. This guy is not doing this. I wonder.
Or my dad did not do this. So you should. So eventually, I kept meeting men who are bad boys. I kept wanting to get close to men who are bad boys. Bad boys who will eventually live like my dad. So I kept looking for that wound instead of healing it the right way. Do you know how many years I suffered until when I allowed myself to go back to my father?
How many years?
More than 30 years.
Oh my goodness.
I went to my father now. The one who wounded me is the one who healed me.
Oh, beautiful.
And God, in his own mysterious and beautiful ways, he allowed me to get new ways of healing and reattaching with my father. That's why when my father died, I kept telling my mom, my father, the father who died, was the father he was when I was a young girl. That's why it was painful for me, and I cried like a river, because it's not the grown-up who lost the father. I had just reconciled that girl with her father.
And let me ask you at this point.
Yes.
And how will you even get married to your husband?
So when that is what I'm trying to show you how messed up it can be, because you'll go and get married for the wrong reason. You'll go and get married to fill in that space.
Yes.
Until you heal you and become complete, that is when you can make a marriage. That is when you can be able to come and take Kajim as Kajim and not as my father. Most men are married to their mothers. Yes. Most men currently, they are married to their mothers.
Okay.
That's
where there is a lot of comparison.
Yes, the wounds that their mother carried is what their wives carry. So they look for a broken. It's something bonding, trauma bonding. So I had to heal. For me, none of my relationships was working. I would try until when I went to my father and I healed my wounds. And guess what? Love was just there waiting for me.
Oh.
Was it complete love? No. It was another wounded soul and me who is healing. We came together and we started healing each other, helping each other heal. The person who helped me heal my daddy issues is my partner. Because I would identify. Anafanya hii ananiambia, me I used to, I'll just give you one example because I really keep my life very private for my own personal reasons. One of the things that I had when we started dating was, men do. He would look at me in the eye and tell me, I'm not men. I am so and so. Call me by my name. Tell me, I do.
Why?
Nyinyi wanaume. And he told me, no, mimi si wanaume. My name is so and so. Because I was grouping him with all the men who had sexually abused me, with all the men who had hurt me. I used to carry that wound to him. So I want him to heal me, and it's not possible. He's human. He's not Jesus. So from Carol, that now having given you those scenarios, out of the 8 forms of intimacy, for me, physical is the last one. The second one is the other thing. I'm a woman who knows how to look for my own money. So I'll not sit and say, I will only get a man who will give me money. You know, that's another challenge we are having.
Yeah.
Girls say, Mimi, hana pesa, you know, like me, I want someone with money.
Yes.
The way they say it. Guy,
I can't.
Or even I have my money. So why should I give you my money? So let's address the 8 forms of intimacy. One, for Caro, for me, spirituality. If we can't connect with you spiritually, sorry. And this intimacy does not only involve romantic relationships, even in my friendships. If we are not growing each other spiritually, sorry, I can't. And spiritually does not mean religion. Which doesn't mean that we are going to the same church. It doesn't mean... I actually have very good Muslim friends.
Same case.
Yes, I have very good Buddhist friends. So spirituality is we can connect about a supernatural being that is ruling us. That is not me. I'm not the end. Unajua wale wakujipiga kifua. I can't
Church
do.
yetu.
If you are the God in your life, me, we can't do because my God is huko.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spiritual intimacy is very key. There are so many couples who you see, and maybe, have you ever seen couples who don't even go to the same religion or even the same church, but they're still okay?
They are good.
It's a choice they have made. But it's
I
not
even know of one who drops the other. Then
to the other
anaenda.
church. Yes. Sasa
Then
how...
anatoka, anakuja
Now
namchukua.
you weenda jaribu kucompare na wao, and maybe yours, your first form need of intimacy is spiritual. Sasa mtaka survive aje. So it's also not your place to point others. Haujui yao ni gani?
Haki.
Haujui?
Haki.
Emotional intimacy. The second one is emotional. Emotional is I can come and pour out who I am emotionally. Whether positive or not. There are those days I'll tell you, today I am so angry at you, blah, 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 blah. You will take it. Then the next day I will lovey-dovey you and I'll tell you all my
The same
emotions.
person.
Yes. I'll tell you, I'll pour out for you all my emotions. Sometimes you don't have an answer. Just remember that. Because sometimes, especially we women, we want to pour out our emotions. Because remember, we are emotional beings. You guys are logic beings. See, we want to come and pour out, and we want you to answer like a man, a woman. But a man will never answer you like a woman. There's a beautiful book, a very old book called Men Are From Mars and Women From Venus.
Yes.
Every couple should read that book. And there's another one, why women can't read maps, and why men lie and why women can't read maps.
Oh. Why men lie and why women can't read maps.
Then there's another one, why Venus and Mars collide. You will be able to understand even biologically why you collide, because honestly, Kajim, the way you think is not the way I think. So there are those days I'll come to, as a wife, I'll come and pour out my emotions and I'll expect you to cry with me. No, the man will not do that. Then I'll feel bad that you didn't cry with me.
Haki.
And you're thinking, sasa hii ni ujinga gani?
Kitu
kidogo hivi, because you are logic. Then there are those days you will come and tell me, I have nothing in my head. Nakuuliza unafikiria? Hakuna. Honestly, hakuna. Because you are logic. Your cabinet is closed. Sisi hatujui hivyo. So we keep fighting about that. So the emotional is now a whole another topic, because emotional can now be broken into all these things. Because remember, this girl who needed validation from her father and eventually became independent, I will become independent with my emotions. Some women, there is a woman who not once or twice I have told her my assignment, when she comes to my office and she's sick, I told her, go back home and cry on your husband. She can't. Because
so the husband
her illness,
knows are very strong.
Yes, and her illness is being caused by that trying to be macho. I told her, you need to break. So what happens when women don't break? That is why we are having so many women with polycystic ovarian syndrome. Women with beard now. Women who are walking like this. Women who are in their very highest masculine element.
And then they base it to, unajua mimi ni wa certain region.
Yes.
Mimi ni wa Meru.
Yes.
Mimi ni wa Nyeri. Mimi ni wa Kiambu. Sisi watu wa Kirinyaga.
Yes.
Sisi watu wa Nyamira. Sisi watu wa Busia. You try to put all of us in your element.
So many women have forgotten how to be baby girl. A girl toto.
And you're supposed to be a girl toto.
You are supposed to be, because estrogen is the hormone that is feminine, and estrogen is a girl toto. Estrogen napenda kubembelezwa.
But we have also seen other women competing in our spaces.
Because they are in their masculine element. There are no... Unaochingi geographical.
Yes, I do. I love.
There are no two male species that can live together. None. Show me two male lions. No. hakunanga wanaume wawili wanaweza kaa pamoja. So even in marriage, if the woman wears pants so often, the other one has to be a woman. The man becomes a woman. And later, sometime when we have time, maybe we will even discuss how that masculinity affects our sex life in marriage. Because even the sex styles will show you whether you're masculine or feminine.
Let's touch kidogo.
No, we are on the second one.
And I know my director is picking up. I hope he's taking up all those topics that
we will talk about it when we get to the sexual intimacy.
No problem. Now we are spiritual. We have done spiritual, emotional,
and emotional is deep we'll do.
Okay.
Then there's the intellectual. Unajua kuna
Wewe
msemo
ufikiriangi?
Yeah, sisi, wewe ni mjinga sana.
Si
ati ni mjinga. It's that mimi like the few times we have met, you can tell I love anatomy, I love philosophy, I love psychology.
Yes.
Sasa kuja uniambie finance. Si nitaka mjinga band jameni. So like if you tell me things about events, aki anani si nitaka tu mjinga. So but
it's not your line.
It's not my line.
In your line you are A.
I'm good.
Hebu kwanza ongelesha wale walimu wenye there are so many teachers, especially us who are creative. Oh my goodness. You are good for nothing. You are just good for nothing. Wewe nilisomesha babako, sasa ni wewe tena, uji tu. But we are so good in what we know.
I'll tell you for free. My daughter is 19 years. My daughter is my complete opposite. And I had to allow her to be herself. In my house, we didn't have a TV for 13 years. My daughter, the first day aliona accordion, which was owned by my dad in those 1950s, she took it and she could play. I had never seen such a thing. But when she saw it, she can be able. So my daughter is artistic. So every time we have, sometimes she doesn't know how to express. So namuuliza, Mom, what do you want to tell me? She tells me, in my head, it's there. But the words are not coming. So you see the way I am wordy. The way I am wordy, she's not wordy. But she will draw for you.
But it took an understanding parent, a present parent, to understand this kid.
Exactly.
Just before we came here, I was talking to an expert this inaitwa
dyslexia.
Iyo. And then I realized that I think we are the people who have messed up these people.
Yes.
These small
even autism, Down syndrome, all those children who have different spectrum from us is totally different. There's a couple I was working with the other day, and I asked them, why do you want your daughter to speak the language that you speak? Why are you be so selfish? Why wouldn't you want to know her language? Why are you pitying her because she can't speak the language that you speak? Why? Because there's autism. Autism, they speak a different language from us. Autistic people are geniuses. It's just that a small part of their brain developed more than others. So there's one who will make things with their hands. So then why do you say that my child is not normal? Who said it's normal? Who said because you are creative, you are normal? Because you are a teacher, you are normal? Because you are a doctor, you are normal? There is no normal.
I love it. I'm loving it.
None of us is normal.
Yes.
Normal is defined by God. So if someone, you can imagine the person who made this beautiful flower. That's their normal. Mimi na wewe tupatie hii weekend. Hatuwezi.
Personally, I was even telling my wife, mimi kuchora.
Huwezi.
Hata direction. Mimi uniambia ati niwachore direction kutoka hapa to Thika to Juja. I'll do my kama map. Nilikuwa naeka mimi tulikuwa tunaweka mafuta. And then you put it like this because I am not talented in that. So but give me this microphone.
Now imagine the marriages that we have where you don't discuss. This is where I thrive in. This is what I'm able to do. So there's a wife who is a wife material. Liani, she takes care of her children, takes care of her home. That is her line.
Her normal.
Now there's a husband who comes home and says, you don't do anything.
Kazi yako tu ni kukaa tu kwa nyumba.
Kazi ni kukaa tu kwa nyumba. Mtakosana.
Na marriage itaisha.
So intellect, what is this? If love iliisha, emotions imeisha, you can talk about spirituality. Can you guys sit down and have a conversation? if everything in economics, we used to say ceteris paribus. If all factors were held constant, would you sit down with your spouse and have an intellectual conversation?
What are people talking about when they go for dates? You're giving us
Mama Nani.
Oh.
How many children we will have? We will have sex 10 times a day, and then who will be our best couple? And then
Unakangapona
then we-
kitenge. Then inaisha. The first 10 minutes.
Yes.
Then
So
you are like,
discuss, talk.
Hey.
So talk about things. Now you can imagine. Again, I want to use myself as an example.
Yes.
I wear so many hats. I would, if there was a thermometer to pima smartness, I think I'm not dumb.
No,
I
you're
think
smart.
I'm not. I'm very smart.
You are smart.
Smart in, I'm able to read. I told you I read. So psychology, philosophy, anatomy, I'm good. If I met someone who is not understanding, I'll intimidate them. So there are so many girls out there who they are trying to date and fit into a box of wacha nikuwe mjinga basi. I didn't know there's someone who would ever catch up with me. I didn't know there was this awesome man who we sit down, but then we talk until tunaweza ongea mpaka atujuangi when our time is, because he can get me, I get him. So there's a girl or a young man there who is shrinking themselves. Who tells you there's someone? There are so many people shrinking themselves in marriages because you are not self-aware. So then you keep getting sick, you keep getting sad, you keep looking like this.
But now that one, iko pale kwa primarito.
Lakini sasa
Kajim,
na wale wanatu
Kajim
watch.
na wewe ukioa, tena usiangalie tena mtu amesoma sana kukuliko.
Kunakuanga na hiyo. That is someone who is earning more than you. Who knows tomorrow? Who
And
knows
even
tomorrow?
the girls are being advised.
Yes, who knows
I think
tomorrow?
there are also a lot of ill advice.
Yes. If I told you, Kajim, 4 years ago, I had nothing to my name. Nothing. Zero.
I know.
So who knows tomorrow? The same way those things can end. So why are we basing it on material? And that is why intimacy, we have not touched on material yet.
Yeah.
The other form of intimacy is social.
Uh-huh.
There are those people who you hate their friends. There are wives who will keep harassing their husbands. I don't like your friends. I don't like your friends. I don't like your friends.
You even lose business.
Yes, because you are not socially, you have no social intimacy. But have you ever seen couples who hata waendangi kwa the in-laws and they're okay? I don't care your friends. Me, I don't care your friends. I don't need to be friends with your friends. And there are those couples who've made that agreement.
Or like your friends can be your friend and it's not my
then
friend.
There are those couples who we share friends. Mutual friends. Either way,
works for us
it
when
works
it is
for
mutual.
us. Yes. So when
And I get comfortable.
Yes, when you compare useme, you saw certain couple, I don't know, they do this. No, sit down and form your own formula. Are we okay with me? Am I okay with your friends? Am I okay with Carol? If he calls me, yo, what's up? Where are you? I'm with Kajim. Okay, sawa, enjoy. You are doing a shot? Okay, sawa. But there's someone who I'll tell, I'm with Kajim. Why? Insecurity. Depending on how they were brought up, depending on their childhood wounds.
Even in friendship circles.
Yes.
You find someone can have the guts to tell you, and by the way, do this, and you're like, eh?
Yes. So it depends with how you were brought up. It depends with your wounds. Depends on. So if I'm not comfortable, if you keep, like for me, I have one problem. If you call me, I love traveling at night. I'm doing things at night. I'm a nocturnal. So if you're my friend who will keep asking me, nakara ujaenda home? Me by there tuwezani na wewe. I'm a nocturnal. I love night. So if you want to control my night time, hapana. Ati jumi ni msichana nafaa kwenda home. No.
Guy. So your partner needed there are so many factors. And where do we draw the line between this social life and someone who is just let's say controlling? Just someone who loves controlling.
Yeah, but that also goes back to how much I've dealt with my traumas and how much secure. Now that one now goes to the psychological part where we say there are forms of attachment. Now that's another department. There are forms of attachment.
I think we need you here. Kuna shida. Kuna
kuna
shida
watu tu
mingi.
wako avoidant attachment. The attachment styles, they are there in psychology. They are known. There are people who are fighting just because of the attachment styles, depending on who brought them up. Someone like for me now, the way now I was with my dad, I developed anxious attachment. Like if I before I healed, if I loved you alafu nione ni kama haujaniongelesha, I would think you are leaving. That's that. Now you're anxious. Then there's another one who is avoidant. I love this person so much, but I'll not show them, so I'll avoid. I'll pretend. Na sana sana nasikia Wakikuyu, they have been the men, they have been accused of that. Ati, I can't show my wife I love her. Why?
Kwani wewe hauonangi? Si nilikujengea hauoni?
Thank you. Na ule alikwambia
sinafanyanga.
Ati on your wedding day nilikwambia I love you and I chose you, so si unafaa kujua nilikupenda.
Oh my goodness.
So there are different forms of attachment, even including now secure. Now secure is, Carol. Carol ataenda usiku ama ende saa ngapi. I trust
and
her
she's mine.
and we trust each other. That's it. So it's about trust. So social can also include now in-laws. There's mimi sitaki watu wenu wakuje waishi kwangu. Then kuna mwingine ataleta in-laws wote. And I think that's a biggest fight among couples. The first few years of who should come and stay with us and who should not visit, and sisters-in-laws who are trying to occupy the space of their wife, of mothers-in-laws and, such things. So social also has the in-laws. There must be a balance. Do you protect me? Do you protect me from your in-laws, from your family? Because your family didn't marry me.
Yeah.
It's you who married me. Yes. So he should be able to stand.
So that one falls in social.
Social is also inclusive of now their families.
And you've said you can even agree on even so many things here.
Yes.
In-laws.
Yes.
Nini kuna mtu anasemanga mimi, by the way, when I tell you don't send my father money, I know them more than you.
Exactly. Now that is social. And
I know my brother more than you.
Yes.
You want to please them? Imagine I know.
Yes.
We'll not lose our brother na hiyo kujisifu yako kwetu. Exactly. Ukimtumia hii pesa, tunajua what is likely to happen.
So social, because this person, you need to sit down and agree. Even when we met, like for example, we said Diana and Joel. When they were meeting, Joel had his friends. Diana has her friends. Joel has his family. Diana has her family. So when they choose to come together, you need to don't discuss fully, but sometimes there are those traits you have to. I know my people usiwapatie pesa. Those are some of the things you should say. Then my friends, Joel has a best friend who they have been together from campus.
Lucky.
So you don't understand why they are friends. Diana has no business understanding why. But then with time, if she feels comfortable with his friends, it's okay. If she doesn't, she's still okay to say, my Mrs. Kiangi si feelingi so and so. But akikuja, I'll give him tea, then atoke aende.
Cheki, if you're married or you are dating, please, you need to go for a date. And that date, please, weka simu chini. Don't discuss people. Yes. These are the things.
Yeah.
Spiritual, emotional, intellectual, social.
Yes.
Imagine that those are just 4.
Yes. And we have 4 more to go.
Hata ukipiga, hey. Tuendele. So we've now covered spiritual, emotional, intellectual, social.
Yes.
So those are 4.
Yes. Financial.
Sasa hizo nazo ni pesa.
Kuna yule mtu, you will never agree on anything.
Matters
in terms of finances. There's this lady who will want to invest and the husband will always say, that's a stupid idea, that's a bad idea, you will lose. So in financial awareness, there's that person who is a risk taker. This person who will see an opportunity, run with it. Then there's another one who is overcautious.
The word is
overcautious. And they're scared of everything. They have to analyze, they have to put in a spreadsheet. Yes. There's a man, or maybe Joel or Diana was brought up in a very poor family or somewhere where they had Malak mentality. So they never even believe God shall provide. So they are rigid in terms of giving, in terms of investing, in terms of everything. So this couple keeps fighting. And most of the time, people attract each other that they are opposite. There's a spender, then there's the one who stops the spending. Most of the time, not always, but most of the time, it's usually this case, they are totally different. There's someone who was brought up with a lot of poverty, but then when they grow up, they choose to be gracious and risk taker. I'm that kind of a person. I didn't grow up in so much wealth. I grew up in lack. So when I grew up, I said, you know what? I'll never let another person lack. So I am a giver.
Wow.
I love giving. So sometimes I overgive. So I need someone else to pull me down and tell me, Caro, relax. Because remember, Caro can also suffer the people pleasing that we talked about.
In
So
giving.
in giving. You can,
especially giving without purpose.
or giving, this is going to hurt someone. Giving so that you can feel needed. Hallelujah. There are so many people suffering because they want to feel needed. And the moment they stop feeling needed, they will go to the next person who needs them because they validate themselves through giving. So not all philanthropy is healthy philanthropy.
Not all
Philanthropy is healthy philanthropy.
Some do it.
And some people
they
will
want
give
to be
validated. They want to be acknowledged.
Needed.
Yes.
We need you.
That's
Worry not for
it's
you.
It's a sickness. Being needed is a sickness. There are even people who love their husbands or their wives because they want them to need them.
I have a friend of mine who is a worship leader. He was telling me, the moment that he just finished doing, the worship, let's say it was deep, he hides himself.
Yes.
Because he don't want
glory to go to him.
Hey, today was deep. And I think at that point, hapo ndo unapatanga watu wanachukua glory ya Mungu.
Yes.
Na unajua he doesn't share his glory with anyone.
Yes, he doesn't. So in this financial, it is so broad. Financial is also as broad as emotional. And that is why when most marriages are breaking, you will hear couples saying, financial is usually mentioned. Because it's one of the elephant that we don't talk about, but it's not counted as a big one. And also it's a very good place to blame the failure of the marriage. When the sex is not working, you would rather blame finances because and mostly you will see. I've seen when women start earning more, they think they are men. Even me or any other woman who has done a PhD in reading and learning about men, we can never be men. I was telling my daughter on Sunday, we were driving home and I told her, I can't remember what she said, and then she told me, then you are my dad. I told her, no, I'll never be your father.
Never ever.
No single mother will ever be a father to the children. They will only be a mother.
But some even celebrate during Father's Day.
No.
They say that we play both parts.
No.
So how
I can only be a mother. And that is also what we are doing with our children. Now you are taking me to another topic now. How we are raising children and doing all the work that a father does, and we forget nurturing. We take them to good schools, we give them good clothing, we take them out, we take them to international schools and all these things, but we forget to nurture our children. So our mothers, we are busy, and then at the end of it all, you ask, what didn't I give you? It's only that the child cannot look at you and tell you, you never nurtured that child.
The child is empty.
Yeah. That's why this
generation,
the Gen Zs, they don't like material wealth.
By the way.
Yeah, they'll tell you, where were you, daddy? You were busy looking for money. You were never there for me. Nurturing.
And let me ask you about this, the finances. Let's say this guy, maybe he loves the wife and he wants to surprise the wife. Let's say he goes and buys a Range Rover, the latest model, which is costing maybe, let's say, 20 million. And the wife will be happy, oh, wow. But deep down, maybe it's like, guy.
The first question as a wife, they will be like, what did you do that you want to cover? Okay, because of how we are nurtured. There's someone who tells us, when a man overcompensates, he must be cheating. Lazima kuna kitu anaficha. He can't be this good. That's how toxic the world has become. So when you bring the gift, the first thing is like,
Ulifanya nini?
what are you hiding? Have you ever seen that thing on TikTok ama somewhere where in a seminar, people are told, take your phone and text your husband, I love you. Everyone is like, wait, whose number is this? Because these are things we are not used to. But anyway, so you go and surprise your wife. So the thing is, did you surprise her because you wanted to?
The motive.
Yeah, what was the motive? Because we also are in a different generation where we are surprising people so that social media can notice. We even hire cars and go and pretend we surprised, and then we go. But then you forget sadly. Social media. They are our friends. They are people, but they are not who. We shouldn't try to pretend so much on camera.
Na your finances bado. Huyu mwenye ana surprise the person with a 20 million car. Probably they had
another issue.
They had other needs.
Maybe ni spenda kama mimi. Alafu niende ni surprise na Range Rover na
tulikuwa tunajenga.
So that is where the communication, all these intimacies cannot do without communication. The same thing about finances is, do we do a joint account? Do we do separate accounts? Do we put all the money on the table? Those are finances. Finances are broad. Nimekwambia finances na emotional is also very broad.
Juu kuna pia wale character wa tuingie pale tukule
kila kitu mpaka karibu alafu tuende tukaanze ya fresh.
Karibu fair watumiwe.
I'm that kind. Mimi naingia nakula kuku kwanza alafu naambia God, by the way, huwezi ni embarrass. Sijui kama sometimes I overdo it with God. Naambia God, mimi nataka tu kuku God. Na niko na 500. Na nataka niko na 500 bob. Si wacha tu nikule, si uta provide to God.
Not ready with confidence.
I'm that kind of a person.
So you need
so now I need someone to manage me. Yes.
Now who is now your husband?
Yes.
To tell you it's
to manage me. Alama vitu zingine namwambia anasikiza. Alafu mimi am a risk taker. I'll wake up in the morning and say tuwekele 10 million hapa, and he's like, Karo? Are you sure? So sometimes I'm this side. I'm on the extreme.
But I love the fact that he said at more instances that God will give us. Niko hivi, Wambui yako hivi.
I've actually come to conclude that marriage is for two different people. It should never be the same people.
So marriage is not for the perfect.
Yes.
It's for two imperfect people coming together.
Very imperfect.
Oh.
Yes. Correct. To help each other heal. So we are at
spiritual, emotional, intellectual, social, financial.
Then the other one is career. Now imagine if, now like for me, maybe yours is a bit different because at least your wife is out there, is known. No one knows my partner. And I told you no one is about to know him.
Including myself, including the host. We tried to kuchora.
My friends told me they have drawn him at they keep anything I say wanamweka wanasema pana hiyo yenye alisema Karo maybe anakuanga mrefu maybe anakuwa, so it's okay, you keep drawing. So imagine if I have that person and he doesn't support the kind of work I do.
It's chaotic.
Imagine how chaotic it can be.
Or
he's very intimidated by what I do because guess what, in my office I deal with men left, right and center. Men are all over me. So if there's no trust between us, he doesn't see how I can grow as a career woman. It means I'll be contained in a space that is not mine. Imagine containing Karo now.
No, man.
Siwezi.
And the way we need you.
Don't
and the way we need you.
Ati I'm just seated there. I should not. Now me I'm the.
Nilisema juu hii ndio anapenda. Acha tu nisi.
Now imagine if again we were not in agreement that every time I'm coming here he's seated here, even telling me what to do.
Or it goes from the level of being intimidated to this is what you should do.
Yes, there are those women or men who there's a man who is gifted. Kajim, you're gifted, but then your wife is holding you. Unaenda kuongea na wanawake wengine. Why are you with Karo? So insecurity now can come in there.
So that is not love.
That is not love. That's insecurity. So if
nimesikia mtu amekohoa hapo. Ni nani huyo?
Like someone is calling na bado tu anataka kusikia hiyo next. So if there's no trust in terms of, am I growing even career-wise? There's someone who is a very good banker, but the husband keeps telling him, "Nyinyi bankers hata mnanga akili." Like you don't even support that what I do and what I was born to do.
There are other women, let's say they have risen in the career leadership. So they're always probably in seminars,
Yes. Yes.
nje. And now the husband was very good. But a friend comes and tells them,
Anamwambia, oh,
how
you think I've not suffered that?
Eh.
Oh, I have personally suffered that. We have suffered that.
Aye.
Oh, we have suffered. Because now you see, you guys don't know him. So his friends will be like, huh? Hey. Ama sometimes someone doesn't even know it's him. Ako tu hapo TV iko on. Hey, akikai huyu mama. Yani he's talking something and he's just it, and then he'll come and we'll laugh about it.
Oh my goodness.
So it happens.
You couldn't have gotten another one. Kama siyo yeye.
Aki. This one, it's heaven sent.
I think after you understand this thing, you even appreciate your partner more.
Yes.
Uko zile za
And you
mimi,
know-
hakuna mtu mwingine engeni
Exactly.
understand.
And then you get to know, let me not push him to give me everything. That scenario of when someone gives you a blank white paper, alafu amechora dot hapa. And then they ask you, what do you see? Most people see the paper. Few people see the dot. So this is when you'll start seeing all the dots in your spouse and saying, wow, at least she might not give me this, but she's
giving
this,
me
she's this. And you appreciate. What do? You nurture those ones. You nurture the ones that he's
Forget
able to
the
provide.
weaknesses, you focus on the strengths.
Yes.
Because even in media sector, so many men have been intimidated.
Oh, yes.
So many men have
Yes, and
been.
you find now
Anashinda kwa TV, anashinda
yes,
akiona kwa
you now
social
find
media.
the women being in a very toxic space because they need to shrink for that. Then if they're not with a man who is secure, he will always have his friends or even his family who will tell him, kwanza now you can imagine for me, I even talk about sexual and reproductive health. She talks about sex. So I've suffered that and it's okay. I'm used. So the beauty is come and have these conversations. So for us, we're like, so you know all our enemies. We're like,
We have one of our photographer here at Kajim events who is a Gen Z. And she boldly told me that, Cheki, the next relationship nitaingia, lazima niingie na photographer.
yes.
Like someone who understands this field. Because sometimes in events, sometimes usiku.
Hard, yeah.
So nasikia kama kesho tuko kazi usiku.
But limit, anaweza pewa mwingine mwenye ata understand. Speaking from experience.
There you go.
Yes, don't limit yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes we limit ourselves. So then the next form of intimacy is 2 in 1. The 7th one is now the physical intimacy. You realize all this time we have not talked about sex.
By the way,
Yes, sex comes as the last thing. So this physical intimacy is not now the sexual intercourse. It is the hugging, the kissing, the cuddling, the love language, the eye contact, that physical.
And all these are intimacies.
Yes.
Hey.
Lucky if you find at least 5 in one person, in your spouse, you'll be happy. Then there are those who are blessed, they can find all of them in one.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
There are those who are
and
blessed.
they keep smiling throughout.
I can see them.
We are not mentioning names.
Yeah, but they are happy.
Yeah, they are there.
Very happy.
Yeah.
And especially, if they were in other relationships.
Yes, that were,
They were how they were. And now they are in these relationships.
Yes.
They're happy.
Yes. Until at some point you're like, hey, God, yani this was to happen.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hey.
But it comes after self-awareness. So there's the physical. There's that person. Have you ever had, okay, I love hugs. Again, I use myself so that I love hugs. There's a way you can hug me, Aki, story yetu ishie tu hapo.
Oh, really?
Like there's a way you hug.
Oh, I hope I hugged you right.
So anyone who has hugged me, and most of the time, even in my office when you come, the first question is, I ask you, may I hug you? Anyone who's been into my office, I ask, may I hug you? Because that is that is my way of communicating.
Do you know how emotional it is for a man? Do you know how deep a hug is? Because especially
Well,
men.
that's why they get happy when they come to my office and I hug them. Wanarudi tena.
Kwa zile za hata anakuwa free.
Ako tu free. Ako tu sawa.
Oh.
But now, that hug, now there's one special hug.
Now from your partner.
That one. Hallelujah.
It completes.
That one. It's our communication. So he knows and I know that I'll hug the world, but his hug is not for the world. So in good times, in bad times, that hug will console me. That hug will make me happy. And it's not, it might not lead to sex, but it might lead to sex. You get? Can you create that environment with your partner? That eye contact, that thing that you are in the middle of, you are in a hotel full of people in a conference, you are the MC. There's something that Wambui will do and you will know it's just the two of you who communicate.
Yes.
Like
yes.
just
Yes.
the two
Yes.
of you.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Sisi tunaweza kusengenya na ako across the room na mimi niko this across the room. And somehow, so what is that language? Do you have? There are couples who don't have
even
that.
the message that pops there.
Yes, there are couples who don't have that language. It is not sexual, but it's something that is reassuring, and it's physical. There are those people who sometimes I'm going to address people and I'm scared. They'll just press my hand like this. It's an assurance. I'm here with you. Go.
Do this.
Sometimes I'm going on TV, somewhere, maybe I'll tell him, oh, by the way, I did a show with Kajim. It will air on this day. Then he'll text me and say, hey, that day you looked hot. That's it. Yani hata sitaki kujua nilisema nini kwa hiyo show. Those small, you get the difference between now the sexual intimacy.
But it comes with self-awareness.
Yes.
Kwanza wewe ujijue.
Yes.
Then now you take time to know.
Yes, and then now this is where the 5 languages of love come in. There's someone whose physical touch is everything. There are so many people who also come to my office and they tell me, I'm not a hugger, and I tell them, it's okay, I am one. But I want to introduce you to the physical touch. Because you can tell, most people who say they are not huggers, they don't like being touched, is because they lacked it when they were young. Now they pushed it away.
And yet,
it's not that they don't need it. It's not that they don't need it. Those people who say they don't love gifts, it's because they lacked when they were young.
Words
so
of
they don't know how
affirmation.
to accept it. Words of affirmation, all those things.
Oh. As we come to conclusion, but believe me,
So now
you must come.
the last one is now the sexual intercourse.
Ooh.
Now
By the all this time hatujaongea mambo
hatujaongea
ya
about
sex.
sex because sex is not physical. People think sex is physical. Sex is more spiritual, emotional, intellectual, financial. When everything else aligns, then you will have good sex. Good sex. Like mzuri. Yani.
Acha nikuulize. And these people say that they had one night, isn't it?
One night stand. That's not sex. That is infatuation. That's infatuation.
Nimepata old dem, nimempenda.
That's infatuation. That's lust.
Because
Sex
hizi zingine
is-
zote saba hakuna.
It's so deep and it's so Christian. I still don't understand why Christians think sex is bad. Sex is so godly. Yani, God is in it. And then we say it's a bad thing. But if God was not in it, tell me how scientists and engineers cannot explain what that sex is. It is just God who knows what it is. And one of the many things that couples fight about is now they don't have that good sex. So they will blame it on finances, on career, on ego, on pride, on everything except sex. Good sex is when umeenda. You give yourself. And I tell men, whenever a woman allows herself to, it's a sacrifice. In Kikuyu, they say, igogona. I don't know. Igogona is what in English? It's a igogona. I don't know what to say it. But for me, I would define it as it's an igogona.
And it's a more an altar.
It's actually an altar. And that's how soul ties come in. That's how people can bewitch you with that sex. That is how you can anything, because sex is so powerful. So powerful. The day men and women who are gifted with that gift will know how powerful it is, then we'll stop joking around with sex. We'll stop sleeping around. We'll stop going to prostitutes. We'll stop using sex as a tool in marriages. There are so many marriages that it has become nipe nikupe. Nitakupatia ukinipea pesa ya nywele. So there is no, allow me to just say this, and it might make someone feel bad. There are so many prostitutes in marriage. Because a prostitute is, I pay you for sex. But then we are in the same marriage, but I'll only sleep with you, I'll only have sex with you if you do this. So there's no difference. We are trading sex.
There is also a saying that I heard somewhere saying people are being raped in marriages.
Yes, it's also very possible because I'm selfish. Because Joel is selfish. Joel wants to satisfy himself. He doesn't want to help Diana. Biologically, Diana doesn't go through the same process hormonally, biologically as Joel. So Joel is selfish. Me, I want to come and do it. Joel doesn't want to do the other forms of intimacy. He just wants to come and complete it with the last one. So his pyramid is upside down. So it will keep collapsing.
So this one you do it outside marriage is what again?
I don't know where to group it. It's enjoyment, maybe. Maybe enjoyment. Maybe fulfilling thirst or something. Yeah.
Do you believe in polygamous?
Escaro. Mbona unaniweka kwa spotlight? Polygamous. May I answer that question next time? But yes. One thing I know is that men only love once in their lifetime. There's a man behind the camera who is looking at me like, what? Okay.
Men only loves once. And once is, I can only love one person at a time.
The day you are very involved with your mother, your wife, you always forget her. The day you are very involved with your sister, you forget your wife most of the time. But you can't love your mother, your sister, and your wife at the same time.
At a go.
You can't. So polygamy, if I'm with Njeri, I'm only with Njeri at that time. Then when I go to Wanjiru, I don't remember there is a Njeri. That's how men are created. So huwezi kuja kuniambia unanipenda na unapenda Diana, huwezi.
So kwako ukiambia hivyo kuziliza, wow supernatural.
Yes.
Wow.
Even there are days, even for you, your wife will know. Your attention is taken. You know, most men think that women don't know even when they are flirting with a girl. We do. The attention changes. Even you give your mother too much attention, I'll know. Your sister, I'll know. Yes, tunajuanga because we are all women. And remember, even your baby girl is competing with your wife. Always. Baby girls don't want their wives to touch their dad.
This is my daddy.
Yeah, this is my daddy. We are competitive beings from when we were born.
From your mother?
Yes.
Your mother-in-law?
Yes.
Sisters?
So tukifika na again, I'll think in Kikuyu. In Kikuyu they say atumia materialika. Because when I sit with my mother-in-law, we are women. We will be competing. We will be competing over her son's attention, unless if that mother-in-law is very wise and we will know how to draw the line.
That's where there is a lot of battles.
We will do a whole show, and I'll tell you why there are battles between sisters-in-laws, mothers-in-laws, and the only person who can reduce these battles is the man.
Thank you so much, Carol.
You're welcome.
Let's conclude by you telling us the 5 men, the 5 men, the 5 women. The
5 things that your wife looks for every day, and they keep alternating. There are days she wants her brother in you. A brother will never question your motive, and a brother will always protect women will have, I'm the only girl in my family and I'm in the middle. I have 2 big brothers and 2 small brothers. You can imagine how protected I am.
You are.
So I know brothers are loving and caring and they will protect. They don't question. Brother akisikia sistaki anaenda kuuliwa. Read the story of David. Was it David? This young man who had their sister had been raped in the Bible, and they went and killed and circumcised the men in the whole village. So brothers will protect. Brothers don't question. Brothers will just take you. So there is that day that your wife wants you to be her brother. Nikuje tu nikupatie ma story, then support, basi tuende tukule nyama nini, that's your brother. Then there is a day that she is desperately looking for her father. Mostly just before her periods. She's looking for her father.
Zidaddy.
No. Zidaddy is coming.
Okay.
There's father that
figure.
authority, that you say no, she will take it. That protection, that daddy, baba. Then now during ovulation, she wants her husband. Then that's when she's feeling, and it's hormonal. That is when the hormones are released and she's ready to fertilize. Then there is that day that she will want her. The other one is who? Her spiritual leader. There are those days.
The priest.
I desperately want you to be my priest. I desperately need you to bless me. I desperately need you to pray and believe in me and support me and encourage me.
And it's so romantic.
Oh, it's the most romantic. I think that's the
Come,
most.
baby, I pray for you. That one.
I think that's the best form of intimacy for me. I'm like, yo. And even when things are not going right, sometimes I'll just drop a text and tell him things are not well. And he'll just say, I speak. Yani, he speaks blessings and things just open up. Hi. Jesus. Tumaliza issue. And then the last one is a friend. Ule bishte yako. Yo,
siogopi kukuambia anything.
I have a crush on so and so. Ule wa TV, you know, like I like, you can tease each other. Your friends, you can tease each other, and it replicates with.
Then the friend is not that serious,
Yes,
and
serious.
I feel okay.
You can tease, you can tease each other and tell him, so ako kademu mekaona aje, those things need to be there. That easiness.
Those are 5 for a lady.
Yes.
And for us?
Still the same. One, you need your sister. Sisters are supportive. Sisters will never question. Sisters are
manze season imekwama
manze ni kwa mwe. That's your sister. Then you need a wife. Now the wife is the one who okay, before you go to the wife, you need your sister, you need your mother, then you need your sister. Mothers are nurturing. There is no day a mother will ever throw her son away. Hata akiwa mlevi atakuja tu, atasema tu ni mlevi wangu, nitampenda tu. Mtoto wangu. Mothers and their sons, they are like this. So mothers are nurturing. When a boy child has a big problem and he can't talk to anyone, sometimes they run to their mother indirectly without knowing. There are days, actually, if you find a man who loves using a lot of salt in their food, they are missing their mother. That's a story for another day.
Hey.
Then you need a wife. A wife is the homemaker. A wife, there is no man in this world who is not terrified by their wives.
Yes.
You fear us, like seriously. Why? Because I'll correct me. I've already seen all your nakedness in terms of weaknesses, strengths. Nitaona ukifanya ujinga nikwambie, by the hapa unafanya ujinga.
Kuna mmoja tulikuwa na yeye pahali akaanza kutetea mtu akazambia, cheki. Mwenye unaongea kuhusu is my husband. Yes. Una ile kutetea mtu cover up. That's my husband.
Your mother will correct you, yes, but your mother corrects you as a boy, as her boy. Your wife corrects you like, acha ujinga. And most men, all men are scared of their wives. Hata mwenye anajifanyanga simba marara huko nje, they are scared. Then the wife will also now be a homemaker and all these things. Then there's a day, the man, now for man, it changes because I'm looking for a better word.
Just tell us that one.
The man needs a slut in his wife. That's a very strong word to use because I know it can be misquoted.
No. We understanding.
the wife, most wives, they are mature, they are old up, they are old grown-ups who are thinking about children, thinking about growth,
Life.
thinking about what. But men, they are wired. You are wired with some adventure in you. There are those days you want some things different, done differently in the bedroom. You are adventurous if you get used to seeing one person. So we have to keep reinventing ourselves. There are those days you want to see me fully dressed like this in a very long dress. There is a man who told me even such a dress would even turn him on because he's wondering what is hidden inside. That is the brain of a man. Then there are days he wants a short one. He's like, Then there are days he doesn't want any clothes. Then there are days he wants lingerie. Then there are days, that's now the woman I'm talking about. The wife is not able to do that because the wife is very mature. So in marriages, there are women who have become so mature. Wale ameokoka, yani amefika tu pale hata hawezi. Like vitu zingine, ukifanya sex style zingine, atakwambia, shindo, let's just pray before we, that's the wife. But a husband needs.
It's a need for a man.
Yes, it's a need because you guys are just so creative. You have adventure. You are creating things in your head. So you have this fetish. You have these things. Us guys, we don't have that part of the brain.
We want to be pushed with one finger.
Sisi tuko tu sawa. Sisi give us emotional, spiritual, hug us, we are good to go. You guys want to imagine some yani you create things. See you kweli?
Yeah.
You create things in your head. He's smiling. So if you keep being the wife so much, it gets boring. That's where now people say marriage is boring.
But that's where they cheat.
Yes, because marriage is boring. I'm not justifying cheating, but sometimes they will find someone who will entice them. Mtu tu amepita tu and their walking style is just different.
Mmoja alishikwa hapa
hivi. Naenda
tu kama
mbuzi kinyozi. Kinyozi and then, the way he's like, I don't even know what happened. Sijui. Unapita tu, and Nairobi is very generous with all figures and all body shapes and all. Then mwingine hata anapita tu anaona kimani queen. Kimewekwa tu kilonjari. He's like,
There are people who like enjoy this.
Yes, anaangalia anasema, yeah. So he is imagining in his own thoughts. But now me as a woman, I'm home with my mother's union panties and I don't care and I'm just there. I don't care. So men have that thing that is different from
Hata
us.
unazima light ukichange.
Yes. Hata utaki and you don't even love you. Sometimes tease him. Sometimes,
This marriage must work.
It must
work.
Then a husband is always looking for his best friend in his wife.
I'm safe.
Always. Safety. Actually, you've said it. You guys want safety.
Even with information.
You want safety. We want space. That uko nje when nothing will make sense. I'll come back. And woman, if you want to know if you are safe space for him, now this is not for you. This is for the women. If you want to know if you are the safe space for him, if he can lie on your breasts or on your thighs, uko jackpot.
Guy.
Anakupea story akiwa amelala hapa. Jackpot. Jackpot. Delilah alifanya nini Samson? Bas. That is the greatest and the utmost reflection, non-verbal sign from a man that he's safe with you.
Imagine you're watching this and you're not subscribing. How are you going to know the next one once we upload? Ebu subscribe.
And you are safe because he can't do that to his friend. He can't do that with his mother. He can't do that with his sister. Only you.
Hey, Carol. It's getting hot.
You have the 5.
Your punchline?
Sorry?
Your punchline? As we conclude, but you must come here.
Yes, I will come.
Ni wao hata wanasema.
I'll come back.
Look at the comments. Ni wao.
I'll come back and I've really enjoyed this.
Thank you.
We didn't know how it would go. We just told God, take it.
This segment is called Marriage Works.
Yeah. And it does
and
work.
So we want to say those things that probably they're not said in the pulpit.
Yes.
Probably they're not said in seminars. They can only be said here.
Yes.
For people to watch you and your husband, you and your girlfriend. And for us also to help the body of Christ.
That is true. Because the body of Christ must be able to serve Christ when they are in their best element.
Yes.
When you're this joyous, you will serve and you'll give the best. Yes. So
And we can see it
yeah,
when you are not.
It's evident, eh? Yeah, we thank God. All the glory be to God.
Someone who is happy cannot say. A light cannot be
Vitu
hidden.
zingine hazifichiki.
A light cannot be hidden. Itakuwa pale juu.
So my desire, and this is a beautiful platform because, as you said, not many pulpits are willing to have these conversations. Yes. But it is also very sad that I also attend to so many people in the pulpit who are suffering in secrecy. And it is open. It is maybe we are also opening another door that we don't know.
Oh, yes.
For them to be able to come. I don't know. We don't know. Whatever God wants. Because even God wants you to serve when you're happy.
Oh, yes.
And God wants you to serve. God gave you that spouse to help each other. That's why you are each other's helpers.
Yes.
So find you. Patching line is if you want to really enjoy this, you must find you, be okay with you, and then help the other person to know you, and you learn the other person. Slowly, it's a process. Hata sisi hatujafika, oh my God.
Kombali.
Oh my Jesus, we are not even anywhere near. We keep learning. Every day is
even
a learning.
This show you have learned something and you're the one talking,
Yes. So keep learning. Be intentional.
Yeah.
Let's just go back to just be intentional. And even your physical health will be determined by your spiritual health, your emotional health, your financial health, your career health. I run a school called Institute of Functional and Naturopathic Health Practice, IFNHP, and God allowed me to write a curriculum in 2017 and summarize 12 circles of life that bring forth healing. The 12 circles, they are just what we are talking about: your home environment, your work environment, your sexuality, your spirituality, your emotional, your mental health, your diet. So most people think health comes from diet and exercise. You could be doing all the gym, you could be eating all the good food, but then your mental state, your spiritual state, your sexual state, every other state is messed up. So during the 12 weeks program, we allow you to see how you can actually, because this is what we are trying to summarize. The forms of intimacy are bringing forth health. They are actually bringing forth health. There are some couples who have been struggling with infertility. When they come to my office, we go through the forms of intimacy. Children come. Why? Because there was the pyramid was inverted. Some people don't even have a physical problem. Some people have no physical problem.
But everyone is talking about sex.
There's so many men coming to us with erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation. Yes, I have natural products to help them. But when you listen to them, before you even give them, you already know what the problem is. They are not self-aware, spiritual intimacy. Some people are stuck emotionally, mentally. So can we have these conversations? And thank you. Thank you for starting this bold conversation.
Bring the book.
So this is my latest book. I wrote it in January in 3 days. I think 2 days, yes. Oh. I love writing. I have done several other books. I have natural remedies, but this is the first vulnerable book I have ever written about myself. There's someone who asked me, have you talked about your spouse here? Yes, I have, but only in deeper details. So if you want to know him,
they need to purchase. They need to purchase.
So this is a book that was inspired by God himself. I had refused to write it since 2007. I had refused because I was like, Apana, God, I'm not ready to expose my life out there. But then this year it was deep. It's more about how I've struggled with self-sabotage, that I was thinking I was not good enough to do this. And I was asking God, I'm not good enough. I'm not the perfect person to teach people the things you're telling me to go and teach. And then he kept reaffirming again and again. So this is also my struggles, the daddy issues, struggles with pornography and masturbation and such things.
And once now someone reads that, they will find themselves.
You might start. You will. Unfortunately, when you read this, you will want to see me.
Bring the book. Thank you so much.
And I pray that it be a blessing. It's it's more of a personal journey, and I hope that God will inspire me to do the next chapter.
Oh, it is written in my name, Kajim. It is signed by the author.
Yes.
Where can they get you? Maybe you can give your contacts.
Okay. For someone who's watching us and we've met for the first time, I run a company called Rejuvenating Nature's Beam, R&B, and we are online. You will find us online. You will find us physically. My main office is in Thika Town, Section 9, Magoko Road. I also have another office in Hurlingham. However, I have shops in different towns in Kenya. What we sell in those shops are another hat that I wear that we didn't even touch here, because I have a passion and I have a love for plants. And plants speak to me, and I speak to plants. So they teach me on how to use them to prevent and manage diseases. So in my shops, you will find products that are solar, the natural products that God has given us to help us live a healthy lifestyle. So when I sat down with women and they're telling me they have vaginal dryness, I go to the plants, I find the plants that help with vaginal dryness, I make a tea for you, and then you are able to sort it out. A woman comes and says they are going through menopause, they have hot flashes. I go and seek plants, I make a tea for you, the menopause goes down. A man has erectile dysfunction, I go and plant and get several plants, either the bark of the tree, the roots of the tree, or the leaves of the tree, mix them for erectile dysfunction, for premature ejaculation, for low sperm count, for, all those things that God has given us. And to keep you looking as healthy as I am, because I am
smiling.
healthy and smiling. So after we've done all the inner work of emotional, spiritual, then physically you also must eat all the good things.
Healthy.
So R&B teaches that. We are a consultancy firm, and we teach you about how to leverage on nature to prevent and manage diseases. That is why I am called Carol, your health coach.
Oh, yeah.
Because I guide you into health coach in the health direction. So today I think we did more of psychology and sociology, but maybe some other time we will also tell you that. So the shops are in different towns, in Nairobi town, Nanyuki town, Nakuru town, Bamburi, Mombasa, we are in Mwiki, we are in Kampala, Uganda, we are global. But you can go to our website, www.rnb.co.ke, www.rnb.co.ke, or you can call our call center 0711 621563. 0711 621563. And I know you have international audience, so let me say it in +254 711 621563. So you can send a WhatsApp, you can call. It's a call center, so when you call and it's busy, you wait, you call again. And then also, of course, my social media handles. I'm Carol, your health coach, on across Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. I'm Carol, your health coach.
Thank you so much, Carol.
Most welcome.
Now, you have heard it from the coach. Don't forget, spiritual intimacy, emotional intimacy, intellectual intimacy, social intimacy, financial intimacy, career intimacy, physical intimacy. Imagine, what we know intimacy is, inakuja ya mwisho, sexual intercourse. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. This is Kajim, and this is One-on-One, a segment we call Marriage Works. And it must work. With those 7, it must work. Thank you so much. Until next time, see you. Marriage works and marriages work. It must work. It must.